Gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Pacheco is in. Touchdown, Chiefs. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Jets at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot. Find a way to win some games and keep moving forward.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fielded at the 20. Shrugs him off. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this...
And caught up, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. He's now lost fumbles in back-to-back weeks, and, of course, you remember last week's game, such a close affair. That hurt him.
Hurt him in a big way, and it is so key to take care of the ball because, remember, the team making the fewest mistakes usually wins the game. So you got to take care of the ball, lock it away high and tight, as you often hear from running ball coaches. 4 points of pressure, fingertips, forearm, biceps, sternum, or chest. Pull it away.
17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 9 overall. And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. They go play fake. Mahomes towards the end zone for Brown. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
On play action, it's Rodgers. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot. But when you have all those people bearing down on you, probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball. Give them what they want. Unfortunately, he gave it to them too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Now Rodgers. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. Evades the tackler, and there's some space. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32. On first down, Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play there for KC. 66 yards.
This is what happens when you give Patrick Mahomes time to throw. I know people worry about him moving out of the pocket, but if he stays in there and you give him extra time, that big arm, he's going to find someone open downfield.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pacheco. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Pacheco once more. And this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Pacheco. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Butker's kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Paul on a give up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Rodgers' throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's brought down. 18 yards the gain for number 18. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
To throw is Rodgers. And this one too low.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
The Jets on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And the Suns are 22.
And his kick is good. He just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed.
And now the rookie's free. Still going inside the 30. Well, they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Either way, I think there could be something strategic about this that I would read into this.
Throwing is Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. On play action, Rodgers. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Able to complete this with a Tyler Conklin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Out to his left. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
So I eventually saw Sting, and he was really good.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's Rodgers to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Hey, take 26.
Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Hall again on 2nd down. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets get a bit closer. Zerline connects on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
To the block. It is absolutely insane for the Suns.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. This is caught. It's Brown. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking for Tony on the out route, and he's got him. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Kadarius Toney in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Give LeBron outside. They can't give him as much as the Lakers can. They give a lot. They can give a lot. They can give him,
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Again, Elvin partner, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Extra point by Butker is on target, and they open the lead up now to 25. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
This one deep for Wilson. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Straight ahead is home. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a 3rd down throw and misses the target.
At 22 and 17, if he's taken there, I think if he comes in at 55, sure, that's different. That's the cost of doing business.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, With his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
To your point, I think that is the biggest argument for runs.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it will be first and 10 as they take over.
I preface this by saying I've not gotten to know LeBron well during my time covering him, and I've never met Ronnie. But based on what we have seen and based on the way Ronnie is widely perceived, I just feel like this is a bad way for him to enter the league. If he really wants to carve out the identity that it seems like, assuming, by the way, any of this posturing is more than that. Like there's a lot of meat behind this in terms of really trying to dictate the terms of how he ends up in the NBA. So coaching questions that we did not get to for Tuesday's show. These holiday weekends really throw me off. They didn't get to for Tuesday's show. What's the Torian Prince news next? So Torian Prince was on with our friend Trevor Lane, Lakers Nation, had an interview with him and asked him about his free agency and all that. And not unexpectedly, Prince said he would like to return. He is on returning. This, I guess, would seem like a controversial thing for a lot of fans. I have no problem with the Lakers, assuming the money wasn't crazy or anything like that. Well, there's a limit to what they can offer, so it won't be crazy. But you know, the team have to go all the way to the top of what you can give them, and so on and so on. I don't have a problem with bringing Prince back. I think you can make a pretty strong argument that they should. I mean, just to clarify, I believe the highest they can offer him is $5.3 million. Other than the idea of what gets them to the first apron, second apron, like $100,000 here or there couldn't matter. As far as bringing Torian Prince back, absolutely, I think it would be a good idea. I mean, once he was slotted correctly, Torian played well. And even during a lot of the season when he was playing too many minutes, the problem was Darvin's usage of him, not Torian. They could do much worse than bringing him back. The other interesting nugget from that interview was he was asked, Trevor asked him about Darvin, and while Torian, said he was good, close to Darvin, he's going to be just fine and all that kind of stuff, and call him a good friend and so on and so on. He didn't really do that thing that you'll often hear pros do, where they say I feel bad because the coach was doing everything he was supposed to do, we failed and all that. He didn't get any of that, and so as somebody who you would probably think is probably as good of an ally as Darvin has on that roster, to not get a hard defense of Darvin's work and really kind of go back to the guy. I don't want to read too much into it. That would be unfair because it's not like Prince is a giant bombastic personality that it's just throwing. He's not Draymond, But I thought that was interesting that he didn't necessarily do that thing that you often see players do. Speaking of coaches, Andy, we dipped back into the mailbag. Both Michael AS007 and John Sotelo 8652 asked essentially versions of the same question. I heard J.J. Redick did give a single vote to AD for all defensive team. Is this true? If so, how are the Lakers and AD seeing Redick's best candidate when he doesn't properly recognize the Lakers' best players' strengths? Another version of that. Were I, another part of that, this time from John, were I AD, I'd be pissed and wouldn't want that guy as my coach. Is this a thing? Because it has been reported, as far as I know, that it's correct, right? It is 100% correct. You're not having on his ballot. Is that a problem as they do these sorts of things, whether relationship-wise, or would you think less of Redick's ability to evaluate what's going on? As far as the relationship end of it, I'm assuming it's not an issue because if AD was that offended by it, I would think Redick is out of the running for this job. And let me just clarify right now, if AD is that offended and Redick is not out of the running, they seriously need to blow about this front office and bringing new people, because if you are actively hiring a coach that your star player is upset with, that's a terrible process, particularly when it seems like you're going out of your way not to interview other people. Like you're basically doing the coaching search version of how Ronnie's doing his workouts. You're limiting it to very few based off what could be interpreted as unearned confidence. So I'm assuming AD has taken little enough offense to this that it's not a thing. As far as, what does it say about Redick and his evaluation of basketball defense, blah, blah, blah? Nothing. I mean, in all honesty, it's like, does he know how to use AD? He knows how to use AD. I don't think it really matters if he thinks 10 players had a better defensive season than him or not. It matters, does he know how to use Anthony Davis in the most effective way possible? In all honesty, I don't think it matters.
Yeah, I mean, guy, like, I don't know if he forgot.
I think Redick is wrong.
Right. Are his criteria for these awards different? I mean, he's going to be asked about it. I mean, that will be one of the things that comes up in the press conference. Like, hey, why didn't you give AD a vote? And I'm sure he'll have a good answer that doesn't involve, I just don't think he's that good. He has some work to do on that side of the ball. I'm sure he has a reason that if he doesn't, he will. By that time, it's, I looked at record, I looked at this, I looked at that, or whatever it might be. But it is